Oh, hello. I kind of questioning whether I should do this video, but I'm feeling the urge and the nudge to do this, and I just feel like I should do this. Sometimes I'm afraid I might come off as a little self-righteous in my videos, and I don't mean to be. And I think this is kind of a video I just show. I know I'm not perfect. I know that I have fallen short, and I know that I will fall short again. But, excuse me, I'm sorry. I got off of work and it gets kind of hot in Boston store, so I take off one. And so I just thought I'd do a video about this, that I do sin. I have sinned. I'm not proud of it. I don't like the fact that I do, but I do. And I know that God forgives me when I'm humble, and I admit that what I do wrong, and I just wanted to share with you. I'm wasteful. I get pre-made salads, I get vegetables, and I don't get around to eating them, and they go bad, and I throw them away. And there are poor out there who would love and need food, and yet I'm throwing food away, and I hate that I do that, and I'm trying to be better on that. I'm praying on it, and I am somewhat better. I used to, like, yogurts were, but still, but that's one of the things I am working on. I am lustful. I mean, thank God. Thank you, Jesus, that you helped me. It's been a year since I bought my last pornographic magazine, or pornographic DVD, or subscription to a pornographic website, or went to one of those free pornographic websites where we can look at free pictures. I mean, I went to story sites, which is not good either, but I have not been part of that exploitative part. But I'm still lustful. I still have urges, and I read, like, stories, just like I said, about married couples, and then I kind of strayed from that as well to other stories, and I know that's not right. And I also know, I mean, I go to school and I see attractive females, and my mind starts to wander, and that's not right either. I am sloth-like sometimes. I don't call friends when I say that I will. I don't I don't go out. I don't do things that I should. There's certain things that I force myself to do, like, and I want to do it. It's like the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, and there's no excuse. But it's the fact. And then I go about life sometimes with my earbuds in my from my iPod, and just listening to music, and I want to share the gospel, but I don't, because I'm afraid. Not afraid of rejection, but afraid that I don't know how to do it properly, and so I don't. I mean, sometimes the Spirit overcomes me, and I'm just able to do it, and it feels good, and I'm just able to share my faith. But other times I can't. And I have to say, some of it is, I do suffer from the sin of pride as well. I think, like, I mean, I am on the right path. I know, I mean, I read the Bible. I have, like, thoughts like, have the fundamentalists ever read Matthew and Luke, other than the prophecies about his second coming, like Matthew 25, for example? But then that's not good. I mean, that doesn't do that. Puts me above them. And it's like the Pharisees, like praying in the temple about the tax and seeing the tax collector there and say, I mean, well, I'm a sinner, but I'm not as bad as that guy. I mean, I'm on the right track. And you can't think that way. I mean, yes, if you see a fellow brother, a fellow Christian on the wrong track, if you see a fellow Christian who is falling into sin, you do point it out. But you don't point it out to prop you up. You point it out to help him or her. And that's one thing. I think the worst thing a Christian can be called is a hypocrite. It's the worst possible thing. Because it says that you're not true. That you are putting on a mask, you're putting on an act. And that's why sometimes I do. I mean, I try to be careful and say that your policies, the things that you are doing, are hypocritical. Look at yourself. Look in your soul. Look in your heart. See what you're doing. I recommend everyone, if anyone sees this, and just think about that. I mean, do you have hate in your heart? And I'm not talking hate for the sins of sexual immorality, hate for the sin of abortion, for example. But I'm talking about hatred for the people, hatred for Obama, for example. And you can hate the things he does. You can hate the things he stands for. But you have to be with love. And a lot of the things like the signs are not that way. And so I'm thinking, are you suffering from the sins of pride? Are you suffering from the sins of greed? And I mean, one of the worst things we can be is be a Pharisee because we think we're doing God's will. The Pharisees thought they were doing God's will when they sent Jesus to be crucified, when they sent him to the Romans. They thought was a rabble rouser. They thought that he would lead to rebellion. That's some of the thoughts. Also thoughts would be take away their power. But in their mind, in their self-rationalization, they probably thought they were doing good and they were on the right path. They were following God. They were following the Lord. They were following Yahweh. But they weren't. And that's why I have to ask you, watch the video, are you on his side? Or do you have pride? Or is it like more fear of the other and not caring for the other, whether it be other class, whether it be other race, etc.? I mean, and so that's why I asked this, and that's why, I mean, I know I have a beam in my eye. It's getting smaller and smaller every year. I am much better now than I was a year ago. Thank the Lord. And I still have a long way to go. And that's what I like about the process of sanctifying and the process of getting better in Him, growing by grace. So just ask yourself this. And ask God, ask Jesus how He can give you strength to overcome the sins that are plaguing you. Because there is no greater plum for the devil than to lead a follower of God down the wrong path and into sin. He loves to do that. But stay alert and protect yourself and be humble and pray. God bless you.